Uncle Yizzle TV, what's the math on it? I got half on it. And ladies and gentlemen, Young Thug is a free man. This been going on since what? Was it yesterday? I don't know. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. But it was trick or treating. Yesterday was Halloween, so it just hit a little different. So I ain't get to whoop. But here I am finna whoop today. And let's talk about the fact that Thugger is free. Free with conditions. He got a it's definitely odd. It's definitely odd the way they played this, but I feel like they played it like this because he could have beat him. I feel like he could have beat him, but you can't tell a man what to do that's been locked up for what was it, 2.5, almost 3 years. Like, he been in there for a minute, so you can't tell him what to do if they come to him with a deal and say, hey, you going home, but these are the conditions. You can't tell him what to do. He tired of being in there. I'd be tired of being in there, so I can't say I wouldn't have said, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he could have beat the case, and they know he can beat it. So let's offer him a deal to let him out. You know what I'm saying? See if he take it. And it's a deal. It's a deal because at the same time, in his mind and in his lawyer mind, there's still a percentage, even if it's 25% chance that he lose the case. 25%. When we talking 40 years in the joint, that's a lot of percentage, man. So I don't want to play with that neither. I probably would have did the same thing. I can't say he wrong. You know what I'm saying? But conditions. They gave him, what it say, Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Reese Whitaker gave him a total sentence of 40 years. Now imagine if he would have got that, but he lost the case. You know what I'm saying? He would have had to go sit down, and it's state time. So I forgot what the percentage on state time is. What is it? I don't know. In the state of Georgia, but it's a percentage before you're eligible for parole, and I know it's gonna be more than a dub. You gotta sit. Oh nah, yeah. Let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? The first 5 years were to be served in prison, but that was commuted to time served because he been in there for a minute. And then in the county, some counties do 2 for 1s. There's some county that even do 3 for 1s. Like, you, every day is 2 days or every day is 3 days. There's some county that do 3 for 1s. You know what I'm saying? But then he has 15 years on probation. Finally, a backloaded 20 years in prison will be commuted to time served if he complies with all of the conditions of his probation. So he got 15 years of probation. If he doesn't complete his probation successfully, he will have to serve those 20 years in prison. That's stiff. I ain't gonna cap. 15 years on probation? Boy, say, you gotta straighten up and fly right. And is weed legal in Georgia? Let's find out. Let's find out. It is a crime in Georgia to possess for personal use, to buy, manufacture, or sell. So it's illegal. So 15 years on probation in an illegal state. Man, but I mean, he been without it for this long. Well, I don't know. He was in Fulton County. He might not have been without it for this long. Fulton County ghetto as hell. I done heard about Fulton County. It's ghetto as hell. Straight up, it's ghetto. So he might not have been without it this whole time, but dang, 15 years on probation. And if he mess up, he got to do a dub. Man, that's a stretch. Like, you got to fly right for a while. You're going to have to fly right for a long time. Prosecutors wanted Young Thug sentenced to 45 years with 25 years in prison and the remaining 20 on probation. Man, they wanted him to do 25 and then 20 on probation. That's crazy. 20 years on probation, 15 years on you don't hardly hear that. Like the most I be hearing is 10. Like, my partner was on 10 years deferred and he completed it. and he don't even have a felony on his record because of it. Like, it's crazy, and he did some wild stuff. So, but 20 years, 15 years, that's how they doing y'all in Georgia. The remaining 20 on probation. The charges against him carried a potential maximum sentence of 120 years in prison. Prosecuting Adrienne Love said, "They ain't playing with that time in Georgia. They acting crazy. They acting crazy. They wanted to give him 45. They wanted him to do 25 in the pen. How old is Thug?" Oops. I can't type. He 33, so they wanted him to do 25. So that's what, 58. Boy, come out when he 58 and then be on 20 years paper. Oh, they was trying to hide that boy. They was trying to hide that boy. Still asked the judge for a 45-year sentence with 5 in prison, commuted to time served, and 40 years on probation. He wanted him to do 40 years on probation. That's wild. He apologized to his family, his managers, the courtroom deputy, and really everybody that got something to do with this situation for the time his case ate up. All right, let me lock in because my brain moving slow right now. Y'all already know what's going on. All right, so let's go down to the conditions. Where the conditions at? They right there. Move these headphones. Let's get to these conditions, man, because these conditions hit a little different. But bro was ready to get out, so I can't even knock him. But this deal is kind of, man, this deal ain't for the weak. He a strong brother. I'm telling you, he a strong brother. He must stay away from the metro Atlanta area. He can't go into Atlanta. Like all the outskirts, all the little towns that they got on the outside, Riverdale and all the rest of that, he can go to that. But the metro Atlanta area, is that right? Hey man, we gonna figure it out. Let's see it on the map. So is this? That's the Atlanta region. See, that says surrounding 18 counties. I want to see what's metro Atlanta. We're going to put only. Okay. So I'm guessing it's all this right here. Statistical, yeah. 29 counties. I don't know if what is considered. Okay, so it's these counties. It's these counties. All right, because they confusing me with all that extra, man. But Fulton, DeKalb, Cobb, Gwinnett, and Clayton. Them the ones he can't go to. So here, 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 and here. These counties he can't go to. Huh, that's a big area. You gotta stay outside all that, buddy. Well, I mean, that part of the deal ain't so bad though, cause I mean, how hard is it? I mean, like if a judge tell me I gotta stay out of the Dallas metro area, I can be in, you know what I'm saying, outskirts type of time. I can do that. Austin ain't that far away. Waco ain't that far away. I can be in those places. I just can't be in the Dallas metro area. And that's probably going to include Tarrant County, so I can't go to Fort Worth. That's gonna include like Collin County, Denton County, so I can't go to none of that. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. That ain't so bad. That part of the deal ain't so bad. It's still messed up, but it ain't so bad. For the first 10 years of his probation, so he got to stay away from Atlanta, from those counties for the first 10 years of his probation. He can't go there for 10 years except for weddings, funerals, graduations, or a serious illness of an immediate family member. He can arrive 24 hours before the event and must leave within 48 hours after. So he can show up today, the event tomorrow. He can show up today, can do his thing around town. That ain't bad. Then he can go to the event, and then the day after the event, he got 2 days to leave. That ain't that bad. So he can, he can still come in town. Boy, I be invited to everybody's wedding. What you mean? I be invited to people wedding that I don't even really know. I don't know if they got specifics on it, like do it got to be a family member or, you know what I'm saying? Illness. Wait. The way they put all that in one sentence, that mean weddings, funerals, graduations, or illnesses of an immediate family member. So only if one of these things is going on with an immediate family member. Well, I mean, you can still wiggle in there sometimes, man. There's always somebody graduating. Immediate family member. What is an immediate family member? What do that mean? Do that mean like a brother or we gonna figure it out. We on Google today. Parents, children, siblings, grandparents, and grandchildren. That's it. Dang. Yeah, that make it stiff. So you can't go to your cousin them. You know what I'm saying? None of that. It gotta be a parent, child, sibling, grandparent, or grandchild. That hit a little different. Yeah. You ain't really welcome in the city. You ain't really welcome in the city. Unless you got a lot of brothers and sisters. Or unless you got almost grown kids. You ain't welcome in the city. Man, but he must also return to the Atlanta area 4 times during each year of his probation to make an anti-gang, anti-gun violence presentation at a grade school, middle school, or high school, or at an organization like the Boys and Girls Club. Those visits can count towards the 100 hours of community service he must complete during each year of his probation. So he got to do 100 hours a year, but he can also do speeches or presentations at schools or the Boys and Girls Club, and that time will count towards his 100 hours of community service. Okay. So he ain't welcome in the city on his own, but he welcome in the city to push peace, basically. He might as well link with J Main. They can push peace together. It hit different. Hey, J Main, you need to go on whoop with Thugger. He pushing peace now. He ain't got no choice, but he got a lot of probation. He ain't got no choice but to push peace. You know what I'm saying? So, figure it out. You be down that way. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue, though. He also... I should have drunk the water before I continue, but, whatever. He also cannot knowingly have contact with any member of a criminal street gang. The judge said that includes other people named in the indictment, with the exception of his brother and the rapper Gunna, with whom he has contractual obligations. Okay, so check. He can't hang with nobody that was indicted. He can't have contact with nobody that was indicted with him. He can't hang with no gang members. So if he's seen with a Crip or a Blood or any other thing, GD Vice Lord, Latin King or anything, he can't have contact with him. But he can have contact with his brother and Gunna. Now that's kind of funny because everybody called Gunna a snitch, and now the only person that he can link with is Gunna. But Gunna is the only one that's really making noise in music right now. You know what I'm saying? So that hit a little different. That's a little irony. That's a little bit ironic. Yeah, that's ironic. Cause Gunna was the YSL rat, you know. He was the YSL rat, and now the only person that Thugger can have contact with from YSL is Gunna. That's a little different. That's a little different. He cannot participate in criminal street gang activity or promote any gang activity, including through hand signs. Boy can't even. He can't even. He can't even throw sets up. He gonna have to do it like in his room at night just to keep his hands busy or something. But he can't even throw up sets on camera. He get caught throwing up sets on camera. He violated, and he going back to do the rest of that time they got for him a dub. He going back to do a dub if he throw up hand signs, boy. That's crazy. Hey, these conditions hit different. These conditions is hitting real different. But shout out Thugger, he free. Get out, get to your money. You don't need none of this stuff anyway. Like, bro, you already got your bag. It's time to sit back, do what they need you to do and run your money up, man. Be a CEO. That's what it's time to do. Ain't no more gang activity. That's dead. That's dead. You a CEO. Be a CEO. That's it. He also can't contact the victims in the case or their families. May not own a gun, must not use drugs other than those prescribed to him, must submit to random drug tests, and must allow searches of himself and his property and electronics. So they can come in your house at any time they want to. They can come in your, they can just walk in at any time, knock on the door. Hey, what's that word? We coming in. We finna shake you down. Where your phones at? Let us see your phones. Hey, let me see that laptop too. Give me that laptop. Yeah, that's a desktop. Let me run through that. Hey, matter of fact, let me see that TV. Pull that TV off the wall. Hey, little girl, what's that? An iPad? Let me see that for a minute. You can go back to YouTube when I get done. Give me that. Like they can and they can drug test you and just look, say, boy gotta fly straight and narrow. Man, boy gotta fly straight and narrow. He can't even breathe like to the west at 7:00 at night, or else it's it's a violation to his probation. He can't even wipe his nose like that. He can't do that. Slime. He can't even do that. That's a gang sign. He can't even, like, if it's cold outside and his nose running, he better take his shirt and or get a run and find a piece of. You can't even do this, bro. You can't even do this. That's a gang sign. They gonna violate you. That's wild. You can't contact the victims. Of course you can't contact the victims. Who gonna contact the victims? I don't want to talk to y'all. You can't own a burner, so you really can't just be. But I wonder, he can have security though. He don't need to own. He can have security. He can have security. Of course, they ain't gonna want you to do drugs, except the ones that are prescribed to you. That random drug test and that searches of the property and the electronics hit different, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thugger, my boy. Hey, keep it classy, keep it cool. Hey, keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everything from here on out, hey, it's mild. Ain't no spice. It's mild. Hey, Cool Ranch. I'm telling you. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Random searches of your property. That mean if they can just pull up on you and ask to search your car. Yeah. Whoever they got working like the probation people, he can pull up with some people and hey, yeah, it's a random search. You gonna step out? We need to search your car. Shake him down. They can show up at your door. Hey, what's up? We finna shake your house down. Just like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But like I say, them charges was heavy. And they was definitely trying to throw the book at him. If he got convicted, he would have never saw the light of day again in his life. So for him to take that deal, it ain't just unheard of. But for me to be reading this and knowing that this the deal that they gave him, it's just crazy. Like, that's how y'all doing in Georgia? Bro, that's how y'all doing in Georgia? That's wild. That's wild. Y'all, and then they trying to make an example out of him because he a rapper, and that's how they like to treat rappers. That's how they like to treat young successful black men with money who put themselves in a position to be handled. They gonna handle them. Like, you put yourself in a position to be handled, they gonna handle you. Same with Dirk. Like, free Dirk, bro. I hope bro get off. I don't think he did none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he guilty. Like, it is what it is, bro. Free Dirk. But if they actually can convict him, bro, they gonna throw the book at bro. Real talk. They gonna throw the book at him. You know what I'm saying? Just like they was trying to do Thugger. So I feel like Thugger feel like he was in a position. He tired of being locked up. Hey, man, I can do all that y'all talking about. That's cool. I can do that because I've been in here doing nothing anyway. I'm going to take the deal. I ain't saying I can't say he's stupid for taking it. I can't say I wouldn't have took it. You know what I'm saying? But I can say I feel like the only reason they came with that deal is because they had a weak case. Everybody was saying that he was finna get a mistrial, and it was really looking like he was finna get a mistrial. It was gonna be a mistrial because they was all over the place. So I really feel like he could have beat that case, but when they put it in front of him, it's like, man, and you ain't been outside in a minute. You been in there. You miss your girl. You miss your family. You miss your kids. Oh, yeah, man, it's hard for a man not to take that. So I can't say he a goofy. You know what I'm saying? But I can say that deal is crazy. Bro can't even. You can't even. Somebody be like, hey, man, how you doing? You can't even be like, okay. They gonna be like, oh, he threw up blood. Come on, we got him. Oh, my God, that's crazy. Oh, my God. But shout out Thugger, man. He going home. If he ain't already at home, I don't know. I've been watching the gram. I ain't seen him with no new pics or nothing. But from what I understand, the man at home with his woman. You know what I'm saying? He at home with his woman. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out how he finna play this. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Young Thug. Young Thug is free. You know what I'm saying? Next, free Lil Durk, free Fetty Wap, free NBA Young Boy, free all them boys, man. Let them boys go, man. I feel like they learned their lesson. Free Pooh Shiesty. I feel like they learned their lesson, bro. Free C Murder while we at it. Mystical, I don't know. Mystical, he do what he do. You know what I'm saying? And it's apparent. Like, I think he do what he do. So I mean, he'll get out when it's time for him to get out, and hopefully he don't do what he do no more. He do something different. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, hey, man, Uncle Yizzle TV, what's the math on it? You know the rest.